In this video, I'm going to tell you guys 7 items that are not my favorite things about living here in England. Y'all complain a lot. And I don't mean any offense by this at all, because I think it's just a cultural thing. You guys like to whine about stuff. And what do they call it? Whinging. You guys like to whinge a lot. To me, it seems very silly because your culture is very much predicated upon just suck it up and get on with it kind of thought process. And then you complain a lot about weather, about traffic, about the train being late, about the train being on time for once, about everything. It's a very negative kind of culture, and in America it's just not so much like that. I mean, we have a suck it up and deal with it kind of culture too, just more of a the glass is half full kind of outlook. So I have to say that it does kind of get on my nerves sometimes. All of your freaking hills. I totally get it. I am 100% on board with the landscape here as far as visually. It is gorgeous. Some of the rolling hills with the countryside and the sun and the clouds and all the nature around it, they're beautiful. They're very picturesque. But when you're someone like me, who is not a spring chicken, and trying to walk to work and everywhere they have to go, who is not used to it, really hard on my body. My old bones can't take it. I'm trying really hard, but it's been over a year and it still hurts. The hills are really, really, really hard for me. It's something that I'm struggling with. So I have to say it's not my favorite thing about living here in England. I miss the flatlands. I grew up in New Jersey, which is very well known for its life down the shore, which is what we call it, at the beach, and its nightlife, especially in the summertime. And I love with my feet being in the sand and just hearing the waves and the warm sun on my face. Your beaches here are mostly pebbles, which are not comfortable. I can't put my feet in sand in most places. And the sun is strong and it's beautiful, but then when I go into the water, it's freezing cold. I do miss just being able to go down the shore and put my feet in the sand and take a dip in the ocean and have it not make me want to go home and take a hot shower. I mean, I love the beach, I love the visual of it and the sounds of it and everything. But the pebbles are really hard on my old, like I said, old bones, like I said before. And I don't know, I can't do it. When the freezing cold water really gets to me as well. Now, because I'm learning how to drive here, of course I have to, you know, figure out the parking and all that stuff, but it's so much more nerve-wracking because I feel like I'm on top of all the traffic. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna hit somebody that I hug the curb and then I end up hitting the curb. And then trying to park in the parking spaces, they're so narrow. Again, I know it's something that I'm a little bit spoiled with because we have so much space in the United States, but especially in the country lanes, oh my God. The country lanes, I feel like I'm gonna fall. You know, a lot of them have those ridges, and I feel like I'm gonna fall into the ridge and not be able to get out. I don't know. It makes me very anxious because of those two things. This thing is also a little bit of a spoiled take, but I miss air conditioning. Now, to be fair, it doesn't really get hot here, that hot that you need the air conditioning often. It's probably a couple weeks at the most that you might get a strong heat wave, although I'm told that it's getting worse as the years go on. But for those times, especially at night, like when it's hot at night, I can't sleep in the heat very well. I really miss having the air conditioning on and having the house cool when I come home from a hot day, especially because I'm walking. So when I come home, I'm a hot, sweaty mess, and I come home and the house is hot and sweaty, and I do not feel any relief, and it's just really frustrating. So not having the air conditioning is something that doesn't make me favor England over America. The fact that you use butter on everything. Every one of your sandwiches has butter on it. Even if it has a spread on it, even if it has jelly or jam, is what it's your version of jam. Even if you have like mayonnaise and stuff on it, you guys you put in your gross Marmite. Oh my god, don't even get me started on Marmite. But you guys literally have butter on everything. When I order a sandwich or something and I don't want butter on it, that I get a look as if I'm an alien. Like, not everybody likes butter. People always have a comment to make when I have a sandwich that might just have like a piece of chicken on it and maybe some tomato and lettuce on it and no like sauce or not even butter. They just can't fathom it, and it's just, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of annoying. That's when I actually remember to ask for a sandwich with no butter, because I gotta tell you, it's something that I forget that they do constantly because I'm not used to it. So I'm constantly having to like scrape butter off of the roll, or I just have to suck it up and eat it with the butter on it, even though it's not very tasty to me. It's difficult for me because the majority of English people have butter on their sandwiches, so of course they're catering to the masses, and I get that. And I'm not asking for special treatment, but it's really, really annoying that I can't get a sandwich without butter unless I happen to remember to ask, and when I do, I get strange looks and told how weird I am and how just how nutty it is that I don't have any butter on my sandwiches. The really, really dark winters. I I didn't realize it got dark so much earlier and the sun comes up so much later in the winter here until the spring came and we changed the clocks, and now the sun comes up earlier and it's staying, you know, light longer, and I didn't realize how much I missed it until spring came and it started getting sunning out again, and I started to be able to actually, you know, see the daylight a little bit more. It is brutal. The winters here are brutal because even when the sun is out in the winter, it's still very cloud covered and gray, and it's just not a big sunny day. In America, I'm used to, even in the winter, having a couple days where the sun is shining. You know, it might be cold, and then, you know, it might be walking around on snow and ice, but the sun is out and it is bright and you can see it. Even with daylight savings, you definitely have days where, you know, you get up in the dark and you come home from work in the dark, but when you go out for lunch or something, it is sunny and you don't have that gray kind of overhang that is very, very common here in England in the wintertime. And it really just bums me out. It really bummed me out this winter. I understand why a lot of British people just kind of hibernate in the winter and don't do anything. It is insanely dark and gray and depressing in the winters, and I really don't like that. So there you have it, my not so favorite things about England. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you would like to subscribe, that'd be great. If you don't want to, don't worry about it. I appreciate the view anyway, and I hope I get to see you in the next video. Bye.